Righto, still on the walk in, and we're walking along, spotted that bit something silver in the grass there, found that nickel shell, and the client looks up and goes, oh look, there's a deer there. So that was kind of cool. Someone had a bit of success in here last week. Yeah, we're not in the usual spot because I found out that a couple of stags have been taken out of there recently, so I just thought instead of flogging a dead horse, we'll go into somewhere else. So we're going to have a crack in this spot. I haven't been into it very much, but there's deer here, and we've got a bit of a plan. So my client was pretty keen to have a crack and get in deep and learn a bit of new country as I'm sort of learning it. So that's what we're doing. It's going to be a big day in. And we might even move further in tomorrow, but that's what we're up to anyway. It is warm. I'm sweating like hell, and looking at the forecast, it's, lows of only 3 and 4 and 5 degrees, so it's going to be quite warm, which might affect the hunting a little bit, as in, I won't be terribly worried about finding sun too much. I have seen one big snake already. But yeah, anyway, looks like we've got the place to ourselves this trip. No vehicles at the car park. So the amateur I am, I have forgotten my river runners. So Zebra's tip of the day is if you haven't got river runners on you, wear a pair of socks. I've got spare socks. So these ones are going to be sacrificed to getting wet. It makes a massive difference over just running bare feet. We left the vehicle at pretty much midday, and it's 4 o'clock and we're still going. The only good sign I've seen is of a stag, and he's basically walking the river. And the good thing about it is he's going the way we're going, so haven't got any sign of him coming back yet. It's probably not dead fresh, it's maybe up to a week old, but hopefully he's further up this system and we can catch up with him. He's got a decent foot on him and he's a bit ruddy, I can smell him. So anyway, we've got a bit over 1 kilometre to go to get to where I want to camp. So we should get there just before dark, get camp all set up, so it's practically been, from home to camp will be a full day, but walking wise it's a full half a day of walking just to get in here. Hopefully the effort is worth it. Righto, just saw a small stag and two other deer just crested the ridge on the skyline for us, straight across from where I want to camp. Anyway, it's a good sign that they're down nice and low. Get across the river here and camp, get ready for the morning. We found a nice little grassy spot to camp. It's a little bit closer to where the action's going to be than I would have liked. But anyway, we'll set up camp here. It's going to be a big day tomorrow. We're going to get right into it. So get this camp set up. And no fire tonight. We're right in amongst it. So there's 3 deer, 100 yards across the river there. So we might be able to glass them up tomorrow a bit further around. See the summit, like a little steel picket. Pegs, awesome. awesome Cedar Summit products. I use pretty much exclusively Cedar Summit. This one's the Premium Regular Arius. Awesome pillow. Cedar Summit, White XT. Anyway, that's camp set up. We've got enough light to probably just poke up the ridge and have a little quick look. Pretty excited to see those deer there. I'm hoping we can see some more deer tomorrow further upstream. So we hunted this not so long ago, and I don't think we hunted it correctly. So I've got a whole new ball game, a whole new plan of attack, and we're going to implement it this week with my client and just see if it works. We're just going to zip out for the last little half an hour of light up on this ridge here and just see if we can find a spot to look out from, maybe first light tomorrow morning. So I've hunted through on the other side, but I don't really know, what we've got on this other side. So we're sort of trying to just suss it out as we go. I know the deer are going to be over there. Well, there's plenty of sign over here too, but last trip they were all over there, so I want to look across onto that face. That's what we need to try and find some areas where we can look out from. Yeah, so the country's not what I was hoping for. So tomorrow morning we're packing up, we're going to move in deeper and try and find some bit more open country to be able to glass into. I know the deer are here, but we just can't see them, so we can only bush stalk them here. A bit further upstream, I'm pretty sure we're going to be able to get a look at a face, so we're going to just push in a little bit further tomorrow morning. Righto, we've packed up and we're going to hunt further upstream just because we weren't getting the lookout that we were after. So it just means we're going to have to leapfrog camp in and leapfrog camp out. So we're not going to get a lot of time right in there, but it should be good. That's him rubbing his antlers or his neck. we've been going for about an hour and a half. I think we've made it just over a K. About 300 metres to go. This last K and a half is proper hard going, and I've got to make a decision whether it's worthwhile. This could be one of those trips where you come into a spot and you never come back again. Anyway, we've had a little bit of sign, but nothing exciting. So yeah, we've just got a flat on the other side of this spur. It's too rugged along the creek to stay on there, so we're jumping over the spur, camp on that creek flat, and then use this hill to gain elevation to glass across and hopefully find some deer. It's pretty fresh. Oh, I can smell him. He's not very big. Righto, it's 10 to midday. We've been battling through some thick stuff trying to look for some decent country to hunt or somewhere to look out from. And I really haven't found it yet, but I spotted this thing through a little window in the canopy, in our canopy, and good to finally see a deer. It's very high though. We were thinking they might be closer to the river, but this guy's a long way up. He's got a solid body on him though, doesn't he?
Big and black, isn't he?
Yeah.
Looks like his head's black, you know, like the front half. I've had a look around, I can't see any lines.
Nothing else with him. It's easy to miss him though, isn't it? Well, you look, he's going to disappear in a minute for us.
Yeah. Get a narrow window.
Yeah. Sometimes you just got to get real lucky.
Well, he's too far away anyway.
Oh no, but at least, like if he had been a big one, at least we know there's a big one in there, you know, so you know where you need to concentrate. Oh yeah. It's not big either.
What's that?
It's not very big. It's bigger than the last one though. Looks like he's in velvet.
Big body on it. It's got a really dark mane.
He's only a young fella. Righto, we've just sort of had our noodles, had a bit of a glass, and yeah, I've just picked this bloke up. About the same height as the other one, but one ridge over, or one ridge closer to us actually. Just see an antler sticking out of the bush. I can just see his legs.
So you see the copse of trees he was moving into? To the right of that is a slight open area with a sort of slightly distinct tree in the middle of it. So, I think I can see him there. Is he just holed up in that copse of tree there?
Yeah, he's really hard to see at the moment.
You can see him?
Yeah.
Whereabouts?
Right where I lost him.
Where was that?
If you look, he's got his head out. So, where is he?
From where we first saw him,
Yeah.
from a clock road method, where would he be on the clock face?
Just look straight up a little bit, not much. It's pretty clear. He's moving around a fair bit.
Oh, there he goes. It's moved now.
Yeah, it's just in behind those bushes.
You reckon it's the same one?
Yeah, big old girl. Little antlers, though.
Hey?
It's only a baby. He'd only be 15 inches long. What have you
He
got?
stands up there.
I know.
Is he a stag?
Yeah.
No egg.
I thought he was going to be a big one. I was trying to think, is he the first one we saw? No, that's a ridge closer, isn't it? He was on the next ridge, wasn't he?
You reckon that's where we saw the first one?
I don't know, is it?
We went over that far.
Oh yeah, no, it is. Because there's that dead tree. That's the same stag. The other one's a stag too. I don't know if I'm looking at tops or what. So if you're looking at that stag out in the open, glass up him, look down and to the right, there's another big brown patch.
Okay.
That's a deer. That's a stag.
Down and to the right.
Yeah.
How far?
Oh, he's moved. Oh, down 20 metres, to the right 40.
Another stag in there, is it?
Yep. I can see antler tips flying around, but I can't tell how long he is. Oh, there's two other deer there now. So there's a stag and another deer that I can't identify yet. Well, we've spent from mid-morning, and it's late evening, up on this side of the face here, glassing across. We've spotted 2 stags and 2 hinds. And we just respotted the first stag again, similar spot. It's popped out feeding, so what we're doing now is we're just sort of moving through, trying to pick holes in the canopy on our side to look out from. See if we can find some more. Righto, just making our way back to camp. Last bit of light. And so I've got those few deer up feeding along that ridge. We've got another stag on the next ridge. So we didn't really get a chance to glass back this way because we were concentrating on those ones so much. But yeah, tomorrow gives us a plan to go up there and and just really find out what's going on up there. Can't really, it's too far to shoot from where we're looking, but it's given us a real good idea where to go tomorrow morning. So, righto, we're just about to head off. We're across the river straight up, but after seeing those deer up on that ridge, I've got a plan this morning to go up an adjacent ridge and glass across. That way we're going to be within range, and then we might even pop over the other ridge and have a look what's on the other side, into another big gully system and another ridge, which we did see a stag on the second ridge late yesterday afternoon as well, or at lunchtime actually. So that's the plan, across the river, straight up, get some height, glass in. So anyway, river crossing to start with. Lower boots, Gore-Tex lined, Sitka Storm Front gaiters, Gore-Tex lined, walk across like gum boots. What you want to do is find the rocks that are under the water so it's not as deep. And that's it, dry feet. Oh, look, this is where they normally cross anyway. Leave me walking pole here. Look at that big pad running up through there. Zebra's tip of the trip. If you're camping in your hunting area, like backpacking especially, don't shit everywhere, shit around camp. You don't want to spread your human impact on your hunting area. You don't want to be up in your best favourite gully going, oh geez, I need to do a shit. Do it back at camp. That's my tip of the trip. I hope you enjoyed it. Especially in this country. See the top one showing the dominant sort of strutty walk?
What's the top one like?
Oh, he's smaller probably.
Huh?
Smaller.
Yeah.
But he's acting more dominant. The other one's not paying any attention now.
Another animal right next to him, that's the one you're talking about.
Yeah, look, they're going to have a fight.
Hey?
They're fighting.
There's two right there.
They're fighting.
Yeah. Just browsing the leaves of the tree. Is that what you're saying?
Pardon?
I can see. They've got their heads together on those.
They're fighting, mate.
Oh, they are. I'm deaf. I'm deaf. I can't.
Oh,
I
I
can't
fit.
hear all that.
Yeah, right. Well, they're not fighting, they're sparring because they're only young fellas.
I've never seen this.
This is only playing See, there's no aggression in it.
Yeah.
It's just practicing locking their antlers, getting into position.
Learning.
That's all they're doing is learning for when it matters. If this was two big stags into it, they'd be pushing for higher dominance, like getting the higher ground and pushing hard as. Oh mate, it's not every day you see this sort of stuff. It's not every day you see this.
Pretty cool. Those are two we were watching yesterday.
Yeah, 100%.
Hey?
Yeah.
Yeah. They get shot around Mansfield.
Yeah, that's good.
Hey?
Yeah.
We haven't seen these guys with any hinds.
I had 2 hinds yesterday.
Dang, we don't know. Which one?
Well, I saw him, I don't think you did.
Yeah, okay.
I'm coming down the ridge. They're in the same vicinity, so they'll be together.
Yeah. You getting some good footage?
Yep.
Hey?
Yeah. Look at him. That top one's showing that dominant behaviour.
As well?
Stiff-legged walk,
Oh, he's dominant.
head up high, going broadside to show his body size. Classic.
He's got a big body on him, isn't he? Not a small animal.
Righto, just prior to watching those couple of stags sparring, we bumped a big hind, like 50 metres from us on our face. She sort of just jumped up, and I reckon she must have been bedded almost, because we were out in the open. Anyway, she's just moved off over the ridge here. We watched those stags sparring, so that was pretty cool. We're going to go up above these stags, cut across through the head of the gully, jump over the ridge, and look at the next system. That's our plan for the day. We'll stay up there for late afternoon and then move through all that country late evening back to camp, probably just a bit after dark. Well, that's where she was bedded. That hind was bedded just there. She's run off over the hill. Trust me when I say you're not doing this in a pair of high-techs. Range of Tibet, high country, thereabouts, nothing less. You're risking it. This is going to be nasty. Now, if you're looking at this sort of footage and you're thinking, that's not for me, the client I've got's well above average fitness and stamina. He's got a bit of grit about him, so he agreed to come on a more of an extreme hunt. This is what extreme hunting is all about. If this doesn't float your boat, I can cater for a lot more mellow style of hunting. Might get bluffed out here. Gotta try and get through there. There's no game trails through here at all. They're not traversing this country at this level that we've come through, which is interesting because there seems to be deer that way and deer that way. They don't seem to be crossing.
where we spotted those stags, we've cut through the heads of a couple of gullies. It's been proper nasty. Now, I understand that we're only doing this because it's the first time I've ever been in here, and I want to know what's on the other side. I'll never be doing this again. It's risky, it's noisy, you're not going to shoot a deer in there. I've only just started to find sign now. Haven't seen any sign all through the head of those gullies, so there's no point being there. But what's on the other side is what I'm interested in, and that'll just give us some good homework on next time and where and how to hunt what's on the other side, if it's worth hunting. This face is definitely worth hunting, but we don't need to come up into this craggy stuff to to hunt it. We can stay down lower. But this next one, we might have to find a way through the bottom to glass onto it. Check out this deer bed.
I've got some, can't see much for the least one, make it look like yeah, it's really.
We spent lunch up the top, on top of the ridge. It's 3 o'clock now. We've walked down the ridge, dropping each side, glassing down, but nothing, and no sign up there either, really. So we've rolled off the side of the ridge into the gully. We're climbing up onto the next ridge, where we had those 2 stags sparring this morning. Starting to find a little bit of sign, but it's very sparse. So we'll see how we go when we roll over here with the last hour or 2 of daylight. Righto, we're back in camp. Yeah, we didn't find anything really exciting coming down that ridge and crossing over, and you know, there's a bit of sign from those stags that were there, and that was about it. So tomorrow morning we're packing up and heading back downstream because we're a long way in and we need at least 2 days to get out. You could hike out of here in a day, but it'd be hard work, so we're going to push halfway back tomorrow morning, and then hunt the evening, and then Friday out. But it's been interesting pushing in this far. It's very remote, but there's not heaps of deer here. There's definitely a big stag here somewhere, big rubs, big stag sign, but not a lot of deer. But anyway, I'm having Mediterranean lamb and black olives tonight, and this is a really good one, so I'm going to enjoy this one. So we're all packed up. We're going to cross the river and hunt back along this other face here that we didn't hunt on the way in, and get a little ways out today because we're a long way in. Anyway, it's a frosty start this morning, a bit of frost on the fly, and did notice it get cold about 5 o'clock, so anyway, looks like a pretty clear day. That should be another good one. We've been contouring like this all morning through these nice little gullies, but we haven't bumped a single deer. Nothing, haven't been honked at,
Haven't seen any running marks. Haven't seen much fresh sign. There's been a little bit. Anyway, we're gonna keep going. A couple more gullies and then we're gonna drop down on the flat. Have lunch. Yeah, we haven't run into any deer today. Nothing. Haven't bumped one, haven't honked that. Haven't seen one across the gully, nothing. It's a funny spot, as it just screams big deer. Just there's not many here. There's probably people that have hunted this area for a lot longer than I have laughing at me going, "Hey, you're in the wrong spot." It's probably true, but you know, when you start hunting a spot, you've got to expect quite a few dud hunts. We've seen deer. Just still trying to work out where I can consistently find them. Could be a timing thing. This seems to be fairly. There's a lot of old sign here, so maybe earlier in the year's better. April, May, something like that. Anyway. Too many noodles and a tuna packet. Coming right up. Righto, it's early afternoon. We've just pulled up and had lunch there for a bit. Took our boots off. It's really quite mild, really warm. We're just going to make our way back along this river system. The last couple of hours of light, just see if we can jump something off the flats. Or find somewhere where there's a bit of activity and maybe sit and wait. We're just basically getting closer to the vehicle for tomorrow. We punched a long way in. We're in the thick of it at the moment. Keep our eyes open for snakes down near the river, I think. It's really warm. Oh, it's a dingo kill, to be honest with you. Dingo kill. That's the intestine.
Oh yeah.
Just can't really confirm. It's not. I don't know if that's deer.
Deer?
It's the right colour for deer, but maybe off the arse.
There's another deer here.
Yeah. Oh, there it is there.
Alright.
Yeah, little deer. Oh, little there. Yeah.
Smashed it.
Dead as. Wasn't there last trip. So there was a big hind here last trip though.
Yeah, right. Might have been smashed its half.
That wallow's been used since we walked through here last, so we're going to do a little ambush. The wind's a bit crossy, but if he comes in from there or there, we're spot on. So we'll just see what happens. Yeah, it's a little calf. Oh, he's looking at us. Hello. Well, it's looking behind. There might be another deer coming. Hopefully. Yeah. Yeah. Ran off in front, did it?
No, it's behind. I haven't seen the full calf. I saw its legs in behind the branch. Behind the deer. Behind it. I haven't seen it pop out yet.
Oh, really?
No, it's okay. I'm assuming.
Because it was right with it. Like when I was videoing it, it was right with it.
Yeah.
Must have ran back, did it?
I think it's coming back behind that. Yeah. The wicket. Sort of in that front cover.
Yeah, she's a mature one. She's mature. Oh, there it is there. Just behind her. Same height to the right. Bit behind a tree for you, I think.
Yeah,
Oh, 3-4 kilometres.
Oh, okay.
I think they're similar to cattle, so, you know, a month after giving birth, they might come back in. I think a lot of it has to do with their weight. So, if their feed conditions are good, they'll come back in pretty quick. If it's not so good, like at the moment, they might take a bit longer to recover from the birth and from feeding the calf. So it might take a bit longer for her to cycle again. Yeah, usually they let you know if there's one there. But if she was of real interest, he'd be on her ass right now. Yeah. But he always follows. They're like dogs, mate. I've seen them sniffing the ground where I've had hinds bedded and the hinds have moved off. Stag comes in and he sniffs the air. Righto, we're just on the walk out and spotted that hind up on that Bit of a rocky face there. I had a little calf with it. So it's kind of cool on the last morning, but couldn't find any stags with her. But we're just going to sneak along and change the angle a little bit, see if we can pick up any other deer. We're just about out, so I hope you enjoyed this one. If you haven't already, can you please hit that subscribe button for me? If you like the content, give me a thumbs up and make a comment. If you're looking for more content from me, jump over to Patreon, link will be in the description, and there's a heap of content there that's not available anywhere else. A heap of podcasts and different content. So if you're interested in that sort of thing, jump over there, support the channel. I'd appreciate it if you did. Anyway, we're going to keep moving, and I'll see you on the next one.